Bailey, I said no.
Aw, come on, Fudge. Are you still grumpy because of that Winnie the Pooh book she read last time? Really? I bet this time she'll read us something more understandable. She gives good back rubs. Back rubs, yes.
Alright, so today is going to be a little different, guys. Today we will get to learn some Dutch. Now, repeat after me. Ik ben een lief en pluizig konijntje.
Ik ben een lief en pluizig konijntje. No, smart little bunnies.
Bailey is het pluizigst van ons twee.
Bailey is het pluizigst van ons twee.
Good, good. Knappe kappers kappen knap, maar de knecht van de knappe kapper kapt nog steeds knapper dan de knappe kapper kappen kan.
Knappe knappers naar de knappen knap, maar de knecht van de knappende knapper knap nog een knapper.
Before we start, yes, that was actual Dutch, and yes, that was a tongue twister. Anyway, seeing how lots of you guys very much enjoyed the previous video in which I talked about growing up non-English, be sure to check it out if you haven't yet, I'm proud to present Learning Dutch with Yuunarii. Now, for those who don't know me, hi, I'm Yuunarii, I'm 22 years old and I'm a native Dutch speaker. I'll be your teacher for today, and these two lovely little floofs will be my assistants throughout the video. In this video, I'll be going over the pronunciation of the Dutch language using basic words and whatnot. Basically just like you did in elementary school. And, well, that's probably as much as I'll be able to cover in this video. Stuff like vocabulary, common sentences, and grammar. I'll save for possible future videos as I don't want to make this tutorial too long. Now, let us begin. So, in Dutch, we have a variety of vowels and various ways of pronouncing said vowels. Just like in English, but a little different. To give you guys a better understanding of the usage of certain vowels, I will show you some... Bailey will show you some illustrations of Dutch words which illustrate said vowel. That way, you immediately get to learn a few Dutch words as well. In Dutch, we have two sets of vowels, regular vowels and combined vowels. In the first set, we have a, e, o, I, and u. A, as in the word tak, which translates to branch in English. Tak. A, as in the word maan, which means moon in English. Maan. Hear the difference? Tak, maan. E, as in the word lente, which means spring in Dutch. The first E being pronounced the same way as its English counterpart, so e, and the second one being pronounced as an sound, lente. You usually see the second type E being used near the end of a word, especially in verbs. That's called a schwa. A, as in the word ain't, which translates to duck in English, and sounds exactly the same as the English letter A. Ain't. I, as in the word kip, which means chicken in Dutch. Again, same pronunciation as in English, kip. O, as in the word bot, which translates to bone in Dutch. Bot. O, as in the word boat, which means boat, surprisingly, just spelled a little different. Boat. As in the word puzzle, which is Dutch for puzzle, again, big surprise. And again, just pronounced a little different. Puzzle. Lastly, we have u, as in the word duur, which means expensive in Dutch. Duur. The second set consists of vowel combinations that each creates a new vowel sound, and is composed of I, au, u, and ui. I, as in the word fiets, which is Dutch for the word bicycle, fiets. I, as in the word ijs, which means ice in Dutch. This sound does not appear in the English language, as far as I know. Ijs. Ei, as in the word ei, which translates to egg in Dutch. It's pronounced the exact same way as the previous A, only written differently. Some words utilize the so-called long A, while others use the short A. A. Au, as in the word blauw, which means blue in Dutch. Blauw. Au, as in the word hout, which translates to wood and, similar to the I vowels, sounds exactly the same as the AU combination. Some words will use the atjeau, while others use the otjeau. There aren't really any rules which to use when, however.
Spoiler, Dutch grammar, it doesn't make any sense.
Hout. Eu, as in the word neus, which means nose in Dutch. Neus. U, as in the word doek, which translates to cloth in Dutch. Doek. And finally we have ui, as in the word huis, which means house in Dutch. Huis. Again, no English equivalent here. Phew, well, that's it for the vowels, I think. Now, the consonants don't really differ all that much in Dutch when compared to English, with the main difference being that Dutch consonants do not have aspiration like in English. Sounds like pa, ka, ta, da, and the like are absent from Dutch. Like the little puffs of air you add to 1 second. Okay, continue. Buck, boek, concert, concert, dream, droom, fantasy, fantasie. Now, the English G is an exception, as the G sound in Dutch does not resemble the English G in the slightest. The thing with a Dutch G is that, to you non-Dutchies out there, well, you all are probably not really familiar with the G pronunciation war we have going on here in the Netherlands, but generally speaking, the southern part of the Netherlands pronounces the G in a rather airy way, gans, while the northern part of the Netherlands pronounces the G in a very harsh way, gans, goose, gans, house, huis, yes, ja. Our J sounds exactly the same as the English Y. Kitchen, keuken, love, liefde. Hear the difference? Not liefde, but liefde. Moon, maan, nose, neus, page, pagina, quiz, quiz. And here's another controversial letter with the same issue as the G sound. In the southern part of the Netherlands, we pronounce the R as a throat noise, the so-called French R, roos. The northern part, however, pronounces the R either using a Spanish R or the English R, depending on the position of the R in the word. Roos, rose, roos. Sport, sport. Tornado, tornado. Vague, vaag. Winter, winter. Xylophone, xylophone. Zombie, zombie.
Are we done yet?
No, not quite. There's a few more combination consonants that I feel like are worth mentioning. First we have CH, which is pronounced as a G sound, like in the word lachen, or if you're from Amsterdam, lachen. We also have SCH, which is pronounced as a combination of an S and a G sound, like in the word schieten, schieten. I told you guys I wasn't going to be able to cover this in a single video. Anyway, if you found this video interesting, please let me know, as I won't mind making a few more of these educational videos. Bailey, Bailey, no. No, Bailey, stop! Stop, that's the camera! I want to give a special shout out to Snow Comics and Yan Yan for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you guys very much.